Hello, this is George Bayruthi from FS Securities, a stockbroking firm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And today I will show you what is hot and what is not for the trader, the investor, and the gambler. So join me here for the presentation. Well, first of all, let me give you some global data. While Wall Street still ended in positive territory, early gains faded. As the daily progressed, the Dow ended up 98 points after earlier, rising more than 250 points. The benchmark ended up 0.4% higher, and the S&P 500 0.7%. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index, which comprises most major European markets, was down 0.3%. And in London, the FTSE was down 0.4%, and in Germany, the DAX was down 0.2%. And spot gold up 0.2% to 1,288 an ounce. And West Texas crude oil, as you can see here, was up 1.5% to $48.66. Remember, only recently it was down to 45 US. After reaching nearly 12 months ago, nearly 70 US a barrel. Iron ore imported for BHP, Rio and Fortescue was up 0.6%. Good for them today at $73.51. And the Australian dollar is slightly higher at 71.5 US cents. The above chart is showing the volume, and you can still see that the volume over the last 3 weeks has been very low, and obviously the big players in the market are still on holidays. Well, what you see here is the best sector last night. Yesterday when the market closed, the best sector was information technology. It was up nearly 3%, followed by resources and energy, and the worst performing sector was gold. I told you yesterday in my presentation that if you have traded gold 5 weeks ago, as we told you to, you should have taken some profit out of the market yesterday, and we were right. Real estate was also down 0.4%. We said yesterday morning that we will not be surprised to see the ASX 200 this week climbing up to 5,750. Well, yesterday it opened at 5,619, went as high as 5,016, and dropped at the end of the afternoon and closed at 5,683. Still a good performance on the market, but not reaching the top. What we see on this chart here, this is actually the 50-day moving average. And unless those candles, green and red candles, green means positive, red means bearish, means that it went down during that particular day, green went up during that day. Unless it breaks that 50-day moving average and stays above it, we're not going to see the market reaching to the next level of 5,900. So at the moment we're seeing that the market could be at the moment testing that 50-day moving average. On the mechanical system, what we've got here is the various companies, and yesterday we told you to trade the banks, the CBA and BHP. We also to take some profit out of Newcrest Mines. It's just had from 4 bulls: the investor, the conservative trader, the aggressive trader, and the very aggressive trader, and the investor dropped to neutral. We also told you to buy Woolworths, and we were right. Woolworths is still positive, and the Suncorp, we told you to take some money out if you went bearish 5 weeks ago when we told you to do that. And these are the results from yesterday. You can see that CBA was up 1%, Newcrest Mines was down 0.6%, Woolworths was up 1%, and Suncorp was unchanged at $12.29, but we are still bearish, and we ask you to take some money out of Suncorp. Now, as far as from today, I'm going to really start to show you that we've got some most active trader for the investor. and the top gainers. And I'm going to start with the investor here. What you see here, there are a lot of companies that have gone very well yesterday. I'm going to really just focus on the big companies. Worley Parsons was up 5.5%, BlueScope Steel nearly 5%, JB Hi-Fi up 3%, South 32 nearly 3%, and Woolworth was up 1%. And we actually now going to recommend to start looking at Santos and Woolworth. Sorry, West. We're talking about WPL. That they are the oil companies, Woodside Petroleum. That's what I meant to say. And they are actually, because of the oil having reached a level of support, we might see oil, the West Texas crude oil, reaching higher, and therefore that will push the price of Santos and Woodside Petroleum up. For the gamblers, these are small companies. Remember that we've got a company such as Velocity Property up 61% yesterday. However, we prefer to trade companies above 10 cents. So I've highlighted them in blue. Magnetic Resources, nearly 20 cents, up 52% yesterday. Bounty Mining, up 24%. And Berkeley Energy. We like you to actually look at the energy sectors, and because we believe oil is going to go higher in the next few weeks, and start concentrating on these companies. So if you want any advice, all you have to do is call us. So last but not least, remember that we don't know your financial circumstances, and therefore all our recommendations and all our presentation here are all for general advice only. And we have a disclaimer here. And before you take any particular action, please talk to us or consult with us or talk to your professional advisor. So if you have any questions, remember you can actually always reach us. These are our contact details. You can talk to me directly, george@fssecurities.com.au, or you can actually look at our website, or you can call me directly on 1300 number or the mobile number. So finally, have a good day and enjoy trading, and have a good time trading the market.